One of the things that I'm very passionate about, both personally and professionally, is just focusing on the well-being of our community. That was one of the points in what the ImpACT Board of Directors was looking for. So I thought that would be a great opportunity to just connect with Metro Health and bring some of my background as a social worker to the table, where we could just work on building those community resources and reaching out to even more people that might need some assistance.
All of the events are my favorite, and the Hope and Healing Luncheon and the Vitality Gala, and just getting to see the philanthropic spirit of West Michigan and how many people are willing to put their time and their money towards such great causes has been really wonderful.
The event we had with Children's Healing Center in June really inspired me. When they spoke at our board last year, I knew that it was something that I wanted to be involved in, and so Children's Healing Center serves Grand Rapids and Wyoming and West Michigan really, and so I'm very thankful that we are able to partner with them at the metro level.
I think what I've gained from being on this board is the impact that Metro has much greater in our southern region of Western Michigan. The ability for them to have facilities that match the needs of Southwest Michigan, West Michigan, Lakeshore, the northern parts, is significant. I think oftentimes we think of medical facilities only being Greater Grand Rapids or right down in the city of Grand Rapids, whereas what Metro's doing is expanding that arm of services to our communities both near and far. So that's great to see, and I've learned a great deal about what Metro can do for our greater help.
I didn't know a lot about the ImpACT Board, and then a friend and colleague mentioned it to me, kind of told me about a lot of the great causes that they support, and told me about a lot of the opportunities to meet some people. It sounded interesting, and I'm kind of new to the healthcare field. It's not the field that I work in, it's not one of the fields I studied, so I was excited to broaden my horizons and the types of causes that I would be able to learn about.
In my profession, I've been able to meet and talk to a lot of doctors and work with them on the financial side, but to actually be able to come into their world and be able to be just as impactful as they are behind the scenes, it means a lot. So being able to say, listen, we're joint heirs in this venture to help people from a health and wellness standpoint, it's just amazing. I indirectly feel like I'm giving back to some of my clients and some of the people that I know in this field in a whole different way.
It really gives a sense of community, I would say, and involvement, and really brings a lot of different minds from different professions together and different backgrounds and things like that, and gets everyone to collaborate, get on the same page, and in the end come up with similar goals and align things, like I said, based on different backgrounds, different history, different job experience, everything. It kind of brings people together to better the community, and from that it kind of feels like a community within itself.
One of the greatest projects that I was involved with was the banner project at Metro Health when they removed the banners that were announcing the new hospital partnership and turned those into blankets for the homeless at Mount Trotter. And that project really had a lot of meaning for me, not only because it was an opportunity to give back to those in our community, but also it was part of the sustainability piece that's really important to Metro, and pulling those two pieces together. And so that probably had the greatest impact on me in seeing how it impacted so many men in our community who really needed those essential items and blankets, especially during the cold months, to see that go from something that was an announcement on a building to something that was meaningful for daily living for somebody else. That was a really great project to be a part of.
I joined the ImpACT Board to really get a deeper sense of community in the Wyoming area. I live pretty near Metro and have always sort of had Metro in my backyard. It's near my workplace, working for the city of Wyoming, and was really just looking for some deeper ways to connect with the community and connect with the healthcare system in the Grand Rapids area. I volunteered at the Metro Way 5K, which ImpACT was out there. We had volunteers sort of helping with registration and packet pickup, and it was just a really fun, feel-good event. And it was just really cool to get that response from people like, oh, you have an ImpACT t-shirt? What is ImpACT? What does that mean? And just to kind of be there to help smooth the process and make sure everybody got off to the race and be a part of that really fun event was cool.
My family's grown up here now. I have a wife and 2 children, and I went, this is my community now. I live here, and I need to know more about it. Parallel that with knowing the ImpACT board was coming, I want to get involved, and I want to get involved from a standpoint of not just sitting on boards, but being really involved in what the community was, and especially being in my professional career, young still in the career, it just melded together, and it was really great timing that this board was coming up, and it gives me the opportunity to then be with the community, learn more about the community, and give back to it.
I think probably one of the most inspiring events that I've been to is the Hope and Healing Luncheon. I've gone for a few years, and it's really just being able to hear the stories of the people that have been impacted by different service lines or different people, and then also even being at the tables, talking to the different people around the table of how Metro has impacted their life. It's been really impressive to see how it touches not just in the business that we do, but to the people, and really changing lives.